Once upon a time, in the northeaster Dirk, Dirker Frost, Sierra Leafed and the Keen Zufkids, just the Bork, see Bruiser Wiesen and Hazel, see Southeaster Wiesen and Gracie, see Leafed Wiet see or Fizzer Wies to be a gluded Kutin Steaks, just the Bork, easy kids very smell suchi's normal, see Fizzer had plenty of work to do, Sierra Wies Alvis food and see frequently. Sadly, see Muser had the earlier because being ordered by a black killer and cager done, see also had a new step Muser Hazel the bees being cruel, greedy, nasty. Bork, that see crepere you doing, fly now see silly gems again. You didn't know to play stupid gems. New G1 make any yourself user fool. G1 Kutsume wood. And you two cuds. G to bed. You are just a nonsense You did see step Muser Hazel and Gracie they vest had a super. Hurdy flirty snip. Super. Seer as new food and see who's Do it I southeasty. G to bed. If I knew that's be a good for you. Hurdy flirty snip. And you'll have to eat salt you any wood for weeks. Just the Bork. You are very blocked area 18 you would you may. Bootsy Fizzer plated VT Sizzle boots she these for I persuade Hermine these be me they would. Da her. She run so much. He a meagered to make a his vish. If she is to beat me maybe I'll monster faith for us. Just the Bork. Seen take a easy mind to see woods to row. Please say make a this or you'll come a back a silule. Replete step Muser Hazel and Gracie for here to get these beans seed. Bork. Hazel he's a clever plan, and he opened his bedroom into unclean wood and split into the meat. Da her. He filled his pockets via smells tongues and he crept back to his room. See next morning, step Muser Hazel he's a heavy haired. See Fizzer took Hazel and Gracie they to the day of sea woods. Just the Bork. See the animals of the kids falky and sea woods. Just the Bork. I wonder very who the three kids are we moved to. Seed see rabbit. Da her. These must be a queen into the woods for a picnic. Seed see snooze you here I bet see some animals in here Didn't see no look like a quantricudne. See quantricudnes, see each sponge gerb plunge to hear you any earlier fury a learn see gingerbread who's a clean scene move say. Don't G you indeed you. Hurdy flirty snip. Deeper and deeper in sea wood see vent. Da her. If realty, Hazel drop to lay with some ace tons soon see grown to leave a tree heel. I found only. Sierra seating dune to rest. Da her. Hazel and Gracie a toured and see Feline sleep. See Fizzer crept silently and creep CV. Bork. See wood co-author plund. See new be good by a steak VT hand. Bork. And he accept you may safely. Bork. At see neat team Hazel and Gracie disturbed to make up, unsturbed to unhappy. Bork. The real lune. Maybe I'll never find a hume. Great Gracie. See followed see trivial oofs tongues until at last see reached you may safely. Bork. See Fizzer bees so happy to see him again. Bork. Unsee step Muser Hazel, each Hazel, these frightful Oreos. Just the Bork. See hilary you do and back here I have already sent wood of your room. You will have to sleep and see burn, and then see morning, you will LG you back into the woods to seek your for today. Let's hoot if a big bed waffle or a bed beer he's meeting you up for dinner team You'll wretched keepies, swered strongly step Muser Hazel, and sent of kids to burn. Bork. Step Muser Hazel locked Hazel and Gracie and see burn. Bork. It bees for I dirk and no easy. Bork. Birds to the wood you and yes ton say. Sierra is new leading. Insects buzzing in sea drafters. Just the bork, bork. Speeders spinning webs in sea corners. Just the bork, bork. Sea beastling trees airy sadly. Bork, bork, bork. You an youthful to the doonish come near be. Bork, bork, bork. Hazel and Gracie Bork called in Hungarian sea cold and sleet. Suddenly, Hazel and Gracie heard a strange 18 cling swooned and these 17 elite. Da her. It these so may furious serenely lanterns. Just the bork, bork. Who got half a they here the kiddies. Got area you do in sea burn. A clean sea fury. Bork, bork, bork. And after all, it's my birthday and I decided to say here for my birdie. Bork, bork, bork. And she seems happy birthday. Bork, bork, bork. And Dewey and a dancing jig. And after the birdie, Hazel and Gracie fell asleep earlier. Hurdy flirty snip snip. In the morning, see fizzer and see step muser Hazel the came up. The gay up you as you unkers. Just the bork, bork. The rail new win to the woods for an say picnic. Make a this or I will truly get lost these steam Tell her step muser Hazel. See event dune to the woods. Just the bork, bork. So the Hazel dropped a piece of bread. Bork, bork, bork. See full uzi trivial back hume. Bootsy didn't new tea say. That soon they to the pigeons very following scene. See each the geese and cave each as you any feel eat like advance to an field blazing. The hooners Sime and Gracie thinks is see hume. Who can they can see my cross? See Hazel. Hey, the cheek don't you use G use beaming across see better. Hurdy flirty snip snip. See Gracie. It's too deep to swim. Seed see hooner. Hurdy flirty snip snip. The cheek don't you use they across? Seed Hazel. Who they can they here Seed Gracie. It can they here See need a bay. Da her. See bay needs to swim here and boots soon and emails VLB zapper. Hurdy flirty snip snip. Replied see hooner. Hurdy flirty snip snip. Booty rent Hazel and Gracie he's bay. Unsee across sea reefer. Hurdy flirty snip snip. See the kids very still trying to find CV hume. See a free Hungarian fright lord. Bork, bork, bork. See very still seriously lost. Da her. The old Hazel and Gracie event to see a zebra spurtly. Bork, bork, bork. See moves scattered. Bork, bork, bork. See vels is me they with gingerbread. Bork, bork, bork. See I tested it. Da her. See Ruth gives me they with chocolate. Ify floors very me they with lollipops. Just the bork, bork. Hazel and Gracie had a feast. Da her. And gave each sime. Bootsy and gave each used a spell to lock the kids in a corner of prison. Bork, bork, bork. It these just see these being on a field blade through Jordan's crew. Hazel and Gracie felt your wind. Bootsy is new sepe. Every day, and gave each yet seem lots of candies, cream sucks, and cheesy burgers. Just the bork, bork. Only day. See rabbit crept to Woodville and gave each vessel looking at it. Da her. And gave each BC member. Hurdy flirty snip snip. She inspected the kids each day to see if she ate set to cook. Crap. That just skin and boom. Too neat. It VLBA making by burgers V20 also say 30. Let's get Suthi ready. Bork, bork, bork. And gave each Suthi beer as being stook. Gracie they've had deed she these be it held. Bork, bork, bork. Each sunnies and gave each open Suthi beer. Hurdy flirty snip snip. Gracie and gave each a big push on her head and shoulders very stook and fast. Da her. In a big ridge, she these pointing up and run you would see who's Suthi and gave each his head. Bork, bork, bork. So Hazel and Gracie run into the derby. And boomed into the rabbit's back. Boots she ain't meeting you any earlier accident. Da her. Teammate G you may boys and girls, who take a day these. Just the bork, bork. It's me the youth bagoof gold geezy beaches porning hulie in a jerdy. Dude I do mean up for you. Hurdy flirty snip snip. No room you may. Quickly asked see rabbit. Da her. Hazel and Gracie Popsy hulie on doozy groon. And run you navy. Bork. My workies. Just the Bork. Who I these sea world come a hume survey and swoon. Bork. Bootstep muser Hazel Elsu Nunis, Jordan, he said to be a deed by two. I never see a Mike the Kadzadian. Bork. Seed see fizzer, unfelly to z tear suit fizzers IA and VLBAVs crying. Hazel and Gracie a back hume. See VL for love see fizzer and he soon true of gold. Bork. Fizzer gavazi mood of a sore presay. That's seeing new or story. Bork. See step muser Hazel head deed and newsy leafed head peely a frifter. Hurdy flirty snip. See head and crazy beaches gold and newsy very reach. See ALV steel food see freak day. See fizzer never head to coot see fury steaks. Just the Bork. Secret tours and an emails teaser there when see head to fury telly. See in. Bork.